cook ice cream? That's a real question, isn't it? Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Jack, live for the Monkey House. Just moments ago, I'm breathless from excitement. Our friend Tommy called in and told us that this hour, we are going to be featuring ice cream prominently in every single recipe. And that has got me chomping at the bit to give each one a try. But it's not time to try each one of these recipes yet. No. We just got to learn about them. And we've got 3 dialers-inners ready to tell us what they've concocted. And now, we've got a pair of culinarians here to show us what they're going to do with some ice cream cones. Joining us all the way from Tennessee, say hello, me Monkey Nuts, to Emerson and Vince. It's a tag team of chefs. Hello, Emerson and Vince. How are you?
Good.
Great. Welcome to the Monkey House. This is very exciting. So, do you two like cooking on your own at home? Is that a fun activity you do together?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah? Okay, cool. Well, then this is perfect. You're a match made for this game. As you know, you have one ingredient that has to go into your recipe, but after that, you get to decide what to do. I want to know, what are you two, Emerson and Vince, going to do with an ice cream cone?
I'm gonna put French fries inside.
Interesting. Okay, so this is an ice cream cone that you're serving up with French fries, like just regular old French fries inside. Is there anything else, or just those 2 ingredients together?
Vince is gonna say, Vince, what are you gonna put? I'm gonna put, nerds in my ice cream cone.
Did you say nerds?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! And wait, just for the sake of making it easier for our taste tester later on, could we merge your 2 ideas together so it's an ice cream cone full of French fries with a sprinkling of nerds on top? Would that be okay, you two?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just making sure. That sounds so good. I mean, think of the vast explosion of flavor in your mouth. I mean, you got those delicious, savory, salty fries with, dripping with oil fresh out of the fryer and then melted on top. It's sort of like sprinkles on a cupcake. You got nerds, all fruit flavors all through there. And at the end, can you eat the ice cream cone too?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be great. It'll just be covered with all those, all that oil and the salt and the nerds just all go pickled together. And bonus, the whole thing fits in your hand and no mess, right? Because it's like you eat the bowl when you're done eating.
Yeah.
This is great. It's a zero-waste snack. Audience, give it up for Emerson and Vince in Tennessee, who are serving up French fries and nerds. Oh, man. I really like this idea. And, oh, man, I just got even hungrier. I really got to stop talking about food as we get close to dinner here at the Monkey House. Now let's go to Iowa and meet our next culinary expert, a.k.a. pint-sized chef. Say hello, me monkey nods, to Layla. It's Layla in Iowa. Hey, Layla, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Great. I'm really happy you're here. Layla, just before you tell us about your Let's Get Cooking recipe, I want to know, what part of that sounds better to you that Emerson and Vince just cooked up? Does the French fry part sound better, or the nerds part?
The French fry part, I think.
The French fry part. Are you a fan of nerds? Do you ever get those, like, around Halloween time?
I sort of like nerds, but they're not my favorite.
Not your favorite. Okay. So, what do you like about nerds? Just curious.
I like how when you first get them in your mouth, then they're sweet, and then when they start to, melt, sort of, they get sour.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. That's true. They got like a nice sweet candy coating on the outside, but then when you start doing your time, I mean, those things really pack a punch on the inside. Wow. So that's going to be an interesting time release when they melt over those fries. Interesting. Well, Layla, it's your turn now. As you know, you've got an ice cream cone to work with, and you can do whatever you want with it. Tell us, Layla, what are you going to make?
I am going to put all the toppings for tacos inside of the cone, and then it can be like a taco cone.
I love it. Okay, so let me go through some of the toppings that I've seen in tacos and tell me if this is in there. You got your ground beef.
Yeah.
Okay, cheese.
Yes, just a little bit.
A little bit of cheese. Okay, what about the beans? Are there any beans in there?
Yes, there are lots of beans in it.
Whole beans or refried?
Refried.
Oh, that's good, because that'll, like, really fill up all those weird little nooks and crannies inside of the ice cream cone. Okay. What about the more condiment-like things, like the toppings, like lettuce and tomato?
There's no tomato and a little bit of lettuce.
Okay, sour cream?
Yeah, there's some sour cream in it.
Okay, black olives?
No, there's no black olives in it.
Okay, Legos?
There's a few Legos.
Wait, what's that? Sorry?
There's a few Legos in it.
There are Legos?
Yes, afterwards you can play with the Legos.
Oh, fun. Okay, great. Excellent. What about state quarters? Any state quarters in there?
No.
Good. That would probably be a choking hazard. Okay, good. What about my grandmother's dentures? Are those in there?
No.
Okay. And last but not least, what about that sample of dental floss that I get from my dentist's office whenever I get a cleaning? Is that in there?
Yes.
It is? Okay, great. And why? Why did you put my dental floss inside of this ice cream cone?
So that you can floss when you're done.
Oh, but, okay. I mean, ask a silly question, get a good answer, I guess. Okay, great. It's the taco ice cream cone. Audience, put your paws together for Layla in Iowa. Oh, man, tacos, ice cream cones. You don't have to pick anymore. And our apologies to Ella in Canada. We were all set to take your recipe there, Ella, but we lost you here. Maybe our international phone link just dropped. Who knows? I mean, that must be hard to call all the way to the United States from Canada. That's a long international call. I mean, it's not really. Canada's like about an hour and a half from Seattle, where I live. Ella, I'm not sure what happened to your call, but I know that your ingredient, or rather your recipe, was waffles. So let's just take a stab at this. I'm imagining taking a ice cream cone, crumbling it up, mixing it up with waffle mix, putting it in the waffle iron, cooking up those waffles. So inside the cooked waffle, you got nice spongy waffle, and then you also have like shards of ice cream cone in there too. So there's a crunch. It's like pillowy soft, and then like another little crunch in there. You put some maple syrup on top. Bim bam boom. Ice cream cone waffles. Ella, that might not be exactly what you thought, but I'm just doing my best to try to approximate it. There you go. That's the third and final recipe here on this round of Let's Get Cooking, which means it's time for a taste tester. Do you love ice cream cones? Do you want to dispense with all the ice cream and instead mix something else interesting into your ice cream cone? Well, sure, who doesn't want to do that? Are you having a hard time deciding which one's your favorite? Well, that's kind of a high-pressure decision, isn't it? Luckily, you get to try each one right now. Tell us what you think and pick your favorite. Wouldn't life be